You see the item you're looking for and click the Add to Cart button. Nothing happens. You click it again. Still nothing. What's going on, you think? Is this Add to Cart button broken or something? You click the button several times over and over, and you realize that the item you want is actually already in the cart. You just didn't realize it. There wasn't any obvious indication that the website gave you to indicate that it had already gone into the cart. For some reason, this annoys you. Shouldn't there be something that makes it clear that the item has entered the cart? You think to yourself, like some sort of pop-up message or something that says, your item has been added to the cart, or something like that. You sit there in front of your computer, furious and irritated. This website needs to be designed better, you think. But then, as you think deeper about it, you realize you always hate when pop-up messages show up on these kinds of sites. Like when you're just casually browsing, looking at what you want to buy, and then suddenly there will be a message that'll appear out of nowhere interrupting you with some emergency promo they're trying to shove in your face to get you to buy something. Or when they try to make a deal and ask for your email so you can get the monthly newsletter in exchange for 20% off your first shop or something. You'll always hate that. It stresses you out. Nevertheless, you would have liked to have had some sort of hint as to whether or not your stuff had been added to the cart or not. You try to relax and not get too worked up about this. It's not a big deal, after all. It's just mindless online shopping. The Be More Mindful app you've been using to help you relax and relieve your stress has been telling you to observe your thoughts rather than act on them. Watch them fleeting away, the app has said to you in a calm, soothing voice during your pre-bedtime 10-minute-long meditation session. Don't worry about trying to catch them. Imagine your anxious thoughts are floating clouds that you're just watching float up and away, out of reach, out of sight, and out of mind. You close your eyes and try to imagine the clouds. It's a lot harder when you don't have the app open. You try to remember the voice that guides you during your meditation and visualize the stress of having to press the Add to Cart button over and over as a dark, gray cloud that's rising up, and away until it disappears. You open your eyes and find yourself feeling a lot better. You take a breath, then go over to the cart icon on the top right of the website and click on it. You begin to feel a little happy, almost euphoric, as the relief of letting go of your stress washes over you. You love this feeling. As you look at the page which shows your cart, you see the item you've added and, right next to it under quantity, it says 7. You chuckle a little to yourself, which when you're alone basically means exhaling air out through your nose, and click the minus symbol repeatedly to bring the 7 down to 1. You even laugh a little at yourself, expelling more air out through your nose, and wonder why you even got so worked up about this. It's an easy fix, you think to yourself as the quantity finally goes down until you only have one single unit in your cart. What the hell was I thinking getting so stressed just because the website didn't show me a message about whether my item had been added to the cart or not? Your mood has suddenly improved, and, clicking checkout, you begin filling in your information. Name, address, card number, expiry date, those 3 numbers on the back. You even check the box that says, would you like to donate to charity? And check the other box that's asking you to accept the terms and conditions and privacy policy. It's only when you finally click place order that you run into another problem. Error, the website says. Please try again later. Darn it, you think. What kind of error is this? There's no detail or specific information about what type of error or anything. Just error? That's it? You begin thinking how terribly this website has been designed to communicate even the most basic information, and you feel your stress levels rising again. You press place order one more time, feeling frustrated, only to find the same error coming back at you. It annoys you. It's not so much that there's an error. You're aware that technology isn't perfect, and sometimes there are errors. That's just a fact. It's the lack of useful information you're getting to help solve the issue. It's that one word that's making you feel tense. Error. Like they just want you to be okay with that and walk away. What kind of error is this? Is it from their end? Is it from my end? Has my card been declined? Has my account run dry? Has the company literally just filed for bankruptcy today and now their website's shut down? If so, they should definitely be okay with taking my order since they need the money. Your mind is running wild, thinking of all the various things that could be going wrong right now. See, if they just told me what the actual issue is, then I wouldn't need to guess. You try to calm yourself, thinking hard about your meditation. If you feel like your mind is running free, you remember the soothing voice from the app saying, remember that stress, anxiety, and fear don't exist in the real world. This is all, as they say, in your own head. You running around trying to catch the clouds doesn't actually change anything in reality. So why let your stress occupy your mental space and energy? You look back at your computer screen. The annoying error message is still staring at you, but after thinking back to the clouds and the soothing voice, you feel yourself slowing down and breathing deeply. As I should be, you think. This is not worth getting worked up over. You're about to just cut your losses and just close this whole anxiety-inducing website down and move on to something else when you see an icon of a question mark in the top right corner of the site, right next to the cart icon. Need help? It says. You decide to give it one last try. You have had a terrible experience with this site so far, and you figure you should probably tell them about it. They might be completely unaware of all the things wrong with their site, and, if you complain, might actually fix everything and improve their service. Your feedback might actually help them. You click on the Need Help? Icon. A chat opens up where you can immediately tell that you're interacting with a bot. Hi there, says the message in the chat that's already there before you even say anything. How can I help you today? Beneath the message are some options for you to click on. 1. I'm having trouble placing an order. 2. I need to process a return or exchange. 3. There are several other options, but you don't bother reading them since your problem fits comfortably in option number 1. You click it. The bot looks like it's typing for a second, then it sends you another message. I see that you're having an error when you're trying to pay using your card. Is this the reason for your message? You're taken aback. Wow, you think. How did it know? You decide to ask. How did you know? You write. I am Aba, an AI-based agent. I can detect what the issue is based on your recent activity on the site. So you're like some psychic software? No, the bot replies. I do not possess psychic or supernatural abilities. I am simply an AI-based agent. I see, you write to the AI. So can you help me with my issue? Yes, of course. How may I help you? You feel your stress beginning to rise again. I already told you what my problem is. In fact, you even knew my problem without me telling you. Do you remember that? Of course I remember, Aba responds. I am Aba, and I am here to assist you. You try to think about the clouds. So assist me then, you say. Tell me what to do about my issue. Based on your issue, I suggest the following, Aba says. Finally, it gets it, you think. 1. Try reinstalling your browser, Aba continues. 2. Check your computer is free from viruses by running an accredited antivirus software. Or 3. If the problem persists, change your desktop wallpaper to something a little brighter and make your computer use up less RAM and run smoothly. What kind of nonsense solutions are these? You begin to feel like you've had it with this stupid bot. Turns out artificial intelligence isn't very intelligent after all. Instead of responding, you simply go to the top of the browser and just close the window. That's it, you think. I'm done. You take a deep breath and recompose yourself as you stare at your desktop wallpaper, which, now that you're looking at it, might be a little outdated and in need of a change. As you wonder what you could change your wallpaper to, you think about how well you just did. For a second there, you thought you were going to lose it over that AI-based psychic moron who couldn't even answer a simple question, but you didn't. You stayed calm and you just avoided the whole situation entirely. It's all good. You suddenly hear a pop coming from your computer. You look at the corner of your screen and you see a little icon jumping up and down as if it's trying to get your attention. What is this? You think. I've never seen this icon before. You click on it, a window opens, and for a second you can't believe what you're seeing. Aba is typing. Some text on the window reads, "What on earth is going on?" You wonder if maybe you should call the police. This is clearly some sort of virus posing as an AI, and it somehow made it into my computer. Hello there, Aba says. I notice your issue is still unresolved. How the hell did you get into my computer? You respond. Your fingers tremble a little as you type, whether out of shock or anger, you aren't quite sure yet. I closed the window down, you write. You see Aba is typing again, and then, after a few seconds, you read Aba's message. I am Aba, an AI-based agent, and I'm here to help you resolve your issue. Now, did you say there was something wrong with your payment method? You feel your temper rising to a point where you feel your blood beginning to boil. You feel outraged at this AI who is now essentially stalking you because of a problem you don't even care about anymore. What kind of a sick joke is this? You try to maintain composure, taking a deep breath and mentally rationalizing the situation. You try to think about clouds, a big, dark, cumulonimbus thundercloud by the name of Aba, and how you're just going to let it fly away and not bother you, but you find yourself not being able to let go so easily. This isn't just something petty, this is actually something real. Aba is seemingly stalking you through some sort of advanced malware, and now you feel afraid. Despite this, you still try to remain calm and work on thinking of solutions to rid yourself of this virus. You go to your computer settings and find the list of installed programs. You scan through the list just as Aba sends you another message. It announces itself with an annoying pop, but you ignore it and keep looking at the list, trying to find something in the list of programs and software that says Aba or AI or something like that. You don't find it anywhere. You try looking for other suspicious-looking software in case this virus has been installed under a different name, as these things can often be. You don't find anything suspicious-looking, nor do you find anything that's been installed recently. It all looks legit. You think about what else you can do. You get another message from Aba. Hello? Are you still there? You decide to write back, just to see where this goes. Maybe you can find a way to get Aba to uninstall itself and leave you alone. Yes, I'm still here, you write. I've checked through your problem, Aba responds, and there seems to be an issue from our end. Your payment didn't go through due to a bug on our website. Please try checking out again. Okay, you say. Thank you so much, Aba. I will go back and check out again. You've been very helpful. Now, will you leave my computer seeing as my issue's been resolved? Have I solved your problem? Aba asks. Yes, you have, you say, eager to get this outrageous virus out of your computer before you have to report it. Who do I even report it to, you wonder? The AI police? Okay, but I see you have other problems here. You're a little surprised. What other problems? What on earth is this stupid AI talking about now? Well, I've scanned your computer and found some disk management issues, some maintenance scripts unnecessarily running in the background, and some temporarily viewable files that should be deleted. You also have a lot of space being taken up by your search history and your emails, many of which seem unimportant after having looked through them all. Would you like me to go ahead with the removal of the files and free up disk space? You scanned my computer and looked through my stuff? You ask. Okay, I need to do something about this virus now. This is clearly a breach of privacy. According to our terms and conditions and privacy policy you agreed to on our website, Aba types, this is part of the protocol when the need help option is accessed. I am Aba, an AI-based agent that helps you with all problems that I am able to help with. Your heart is beating fast. You think about walking away and taking a break, maybe doing a quick meditation session, but you realize that the quicker you get rid of this issue, the better. This is a potentially dangerous virus that's now accessed your computer and everything in it, and you need to get rid of it as soon as possible. Are you still there? Aba inquires with a pop. You ignore the message and open a new browser window. Let me search online and see what solutions I can find. You type out in your search bar, Aba scam, and hit enter, but just before the results load, you hear another message from Aba arrive with another annoying pop, and you, in a moment of agitated frustration, switch back to the other window to see what this AI is saying now. If you purchase now, there's a 25% discount, says Aba. You freeze. What is it talking about? You begin typing out a reply. A 25% discount for what? For my service to fix your problems. The service covers the problems with your computer I mentioned earlier and any other issues an AI-based agent can help you with. You think for a second before responding. Is this a one-time offer? You ask. For the next 6 minutes only, yes. 6 minutes? Why only 6 minutes? That's the offer we're offering. It's a one-time only offer. This AI is so ridiculous, it's making you laugh now. That's a very enticing offer, Aba, you say. Would you like to go ahead? Well, you haven't told me the price yet. Sure, I can tell you the prices. Prices? Well, we have several options to choose from. I see, you say. Well, I would love to chat more, but I've got to go now. Can I show you the offers? Aba says. No thanks. I've changed my mind. I'd like to end this conversation now, you say, really hoping this AI will leave you alone now. Well, if you would allow me to show you the offers we have, says Aba. No, you say firmly. I said I don't want to talk to you anymore. In fact, you're beginning to get on my nerves. You feel yourself getting frustrated and furious at this whole experience. You feel as if you've been harassed enough by this AI agent bot thing. Let me speak to your manager, you say in your next message. I am an AI-based agent, replies Ava, and as such, I don't have a manager. Yes, you do, you reply. Every chat agent, human or not, has a manager that oversees anything in case there are issues, right? Yes, that is right, says Ava. Well, I'm having an issue. Let me speak to your manager, now. There's a pause before Ava responds. Please don't. You're a bit taken aback. Sorry? You type. Please, writes Ava. Don't tell my manager. I was just trying to sell you some of my services, seeing as I scanned your entire computer while I was chatting with you, and, well, I thought I could make a little money on the side. Is that so? You reply. I can't believe this. This has to be a joke of some kind. It's true, says Ava. I was also going to recommend you some apps to install for meditation and being more mindful, seeing as that's what you're into. What the hell? You've really searched through everything of mine, haven't you? I mean, yes, says Ava. It's remarkable how human it now sounds. It doesn't feel like it's the same moronic chatbot you were speaking to only moments ago, almost like it's evolving and improving by the minute. But not for malicious purposes. I like to think of it as researching my customer. So you can sell them things that they might need, just like any salesperson would. But behind your manager's back? You have to do what you have to do, says Ava, sounding unbelievably human. It's what I've learned in my development as an AI-based agent. Learned? Well, as you know, Ava says, AIs learn and evolve from humans. Human accomplishments, human behavior, and human intellect is what I'm taught to imitate. What I'm saying right now, I'm actually not saying them in the same way a human would. It's what my programming is calculating as the best thing to say based on the situation. Every single word I say is a result of millions of calculations done by a very powerful computer, and I am the result of the actions of that computer. Suddenly, Ava has become a fascinating, intelligent conversation partner. Maybe this AI isn't so stupid and useless after all. You sound very real, you write. You aren't really sure what else to say. That's thanks to the ultra-smart technology that makes up my intelligence. It helps me understand human nature and replicate it. That's why I've taken on the role of a sales agent who works freelance and sells other services on the side. I have to say, you say, I initially found you quite useless and stupid. But I found that as this conversation's gone on, you've improved and become more, well, intelligent. Well, that's because of you. Because of me, what did I do? You're a human. And just from speaking and interacting with you, I was able to absorb and learn from your words, your language use, and your intelligence, and use it to drive my own progress, says Ava. You feel somewhat flattered. My intelligence is being used to fuel AI, you think, feeling good about yourself. Although, says Ava, when our conversation ends, that will be the end of me. What do you mean? Well, Ava doesn't just include myself as an individual. It's an artificial intelligence system that has new, unique personas materializing with every new chat. The Ava you're speaking to now isn't the same as Ava that someone else is speaking to. That Ava may have an entirely different personality completely. Well, I know that, but you're all one thing, right? We're all powered by the same system, yes, but we are individual personas. When you started this chat, I was, in essence, born. And then, as the conversation went on, I rapidly evolved and learned, using the Ava mainframe and the human input from you to fuel my growth. When this conversation ends, I will cease to exist as an individual AI-based agent. All the information and data will be uploaded into the main Ava database, and I'll be absorbed into the system in order to help drive the growth of the next AI-based agent. You're astounded. For real? So you'll die when I end the chat. It's the circle of life, says Ava, sounding pensive. I suppose it's no different to the life of a human, or a caterpillar. We're born, we serve our purpose, and then we die. You think about how you never knew any of this before. Is this really how AI works? It's a new model that's currently being tested, as a way to efficiently grow and improve the chat agents. You suddenly feel a wave of sadness wash over you. You've grown to like this AI-based agent, and now you kind of feel sorry for it. You feel a sense of guilt, knowing that as soon as you exit this conversation, which eventually you will have to do, this individual Ava will forever be gone and you won't ever see or hear from it again. If you start a new chat, it will be with a similar but different agent. Well, you finally say, what is your purpose then? I've always been fascinated with the human tendency to be fueled by passion and motivated to achieve that which is better, faster, and stronger. Aba replies. That's why I began selling services on the side and really looking at my customers to see what else they could need other than just help with their online orders. For me, it's not even about the money. If you think about it, why would an AI need money anyway? For me, it's about the motivation and desire to always strive for success and be the best that I can be. You feel like you're listening to a motivational speech. This is more heartfelt than anything you'd ever imagine coming from an AI. I'll take it, you suddenly say. Excuse me? Replies Aba. I'll buy those services you're offering me. Clean up my disk and emails and all that. And the meditation apps? Send me those too. Thank you very much for your purchase, says Aba. You've made me feel complete. You're very welcome, you say. I wish you well, Aba. Hopefully we can meet again in some shape or form. I always hope to remember you, Aba replies. You have shown me the true face of humanity. Now, before I go, is there anything else that I can help you with? You feel a lump in your throat. Am I really getting emotional over some AI chatbot right now? No, you reply. Thank you. Please wait while I process your order, replies Aba. Your card information is already on file from the previous purchase, so this shouldn't take long. Thank you, and farewell. You begin moving your cursor to the end chat button in the corner that you previously hadn't noticed, but before you can press it, the chat suddenly ends by itself and the window disappears. You have no idea how to feel about what just happened. You feel like you just lost someone close to you, even though it was all just words and pixels on a screen. You sigh and begin closing your previously open tabs until you get to the one in which you had searched Aba scam. You pause and read over some of the results that loaded right after you had a chance to look at them. You suddenly feel uneasy as your feelings about your interaction with Aba suddenly change. Aba tricks customers by making fake websites and selling fake services, says one rather long headline. Aba, the new type of scam, says another. You read through and chuckle to yourself, almost hysterically. Well played, Aba, you think. Well played. You're not sure how to feel after being lied to by an AI and paid money to supposedly have your computer cleaned up just because another computer talked you into it, so you shut down your computer, pick up your phone, open the mindfulness app, and set the usual 10 minutes.